Welcome to Extra presented by VDG Sports. I am your host, Vince Douglas Gregory. No filter. Very censored. There was a little bit of dancing, no singing. A little bit of dancing, but no singing. I'm I'm a little bit proud of myself. I am. And it took me a long time to get to this spot, to get to this place. However, the nickname is starting to not live up to who I am anymore. In fact, when alarms, bells, and whistles go off, I am alert to it and I pay attention. It's not necessarily keeping a promise to myself, but it's not being, uh, not engaged, aware of what I should be aware of. Noobs, thank you for giving me an opportunity. Thank you for giving me a chance. That's all I can ever ask for is an opportunity and a chance. Thank you kindly. You can be one of us. It is easy. Just look around. If you got some questions, raise your hand or ask the person next to you. But make sure you wait to be called on. You just can't talk at the same time. Regs, we back at it again. Regs, this feels like every single day, but it's not every single day. It just feels that way because we got this special unique bomb. Fill in, insert whatever date, but we will always retroactively say it is what it always was and will be. We don't need the name. We don't need a name. We know how it feels. We just don't know what to call it. Sharing is caring. However, you shouldn't share everything. Free advice. Free advice. Bird like voice. And nonverbal communicating peeps. I just want to go ahead and give you an SO, not for you, but for everyone else. That is the level you need to get up on. Nonverbal communication, nonverbally. Regs, you already know. Noob and noobs and or. That is the end game. Being able to communicate nonverbal and nonverbally. That's how we roll. Okay, so Regs, you already know. Non-verbal communicating peeps, I already communicated this to you. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give some Vince's notes to the noobs about the promise to myself and not running out of petrol. But don't worry, I'm not gonna go in depth into that because there's actual something that I would like to get to, and we will get there. Rain, sleet, sunshine, or snow, we will end up where we need to end up because I am driving. I'm not singing and I'm definitely not dancing. I am focused. Very. So I'm never going to run out of petrol again. That walk of shame was something I don't want to experience. You can go back and review some of the historical documents. You can go back and review some of the recent historical documents. And I pretty much gauge out and play out the reasons why and go layer by layer, detail by detail. So when it comes time or when the G rod indicates to me that I need to put some petrol in it. I just go ahead and do it. Or sometime I chance it and wait a day or wait a little bit. This most recent time, soon as that light indicated that I needed to get some petrol, I just made a beeline. And that means I just went straight to the petrol station, straight to the fuel station. I just went ahead and went there. I don't know. Gut feeling and intuition was just letting me know and telling me it's right there. Just go ahead and do it. It is right there. Just go ahead and do it. And I was like, okay, universe. Okay, gut feeling. Okay, anticipation game. I'm just going to go ahead and do what I'm told because it feels right. It feels good. I'm not going to think about this. I'm not going to overthink this. I am just going to go and get it done. So I went and got it done right then and there. I was sort of proud of myself. I was sort of proud of myself, but that's not what I'm really truly proud of. That's not what I'm giving myself a standing ovation for. That's not what I'm patting myself on the back, even though I got long arms. It's okay. I'm hitting the middle of my back, and it's okay and it's good because it's better that way. That's not why I am proud. I'm gonna get to why I'm proud. This is just to set up the proud moment because with every great story, there's a beginning, a middle, and an end, and somewhere you peak and somewhere you come down, and either you stay down or you flatten out. We getting there. We almost there. I went ahead and got the petrol instantly because it just felt right. It just felt good. Everything was going my way. I was singing, I was dancing inside the G Ride. I was having a good old time. I didn't feel like the universe was going to throw me for a curveball. I didn't feel like I was going to get an epic journey. I didn't feel like I was going to get some kind of chaotic moments or anything to that nature. I went ahead and did it. Went smooth. It went quick. It went fast. Didn't get robbed by, well, I sort of did by the prices, but I didn't get robbed, meaning I didn't put my card in a device that stole all my information and tried to reuse it. That happened before. I suggest you go back and review the historical documents on that. I did not meet up with my quote unquote friend that I haven't seen in about 4 or 5 years that worked at a petrol station. And you probably Regs, you get that joke. It's almost like an inside joke. Non-verbal communicating peeps, you get that too. Noobs, you have no clue. I suggest you go back and review some of the historical documents, but I'll just say this to help you out. I ain't never met the person before until that one time I got the petrol and he thought we were best of friends. And I just rolled with it because sometimes you just don't know. Some Sometime you just don't know what's gonna happen. So you just gotta roll with it. And I did not have a crystal ball. My anticipation game wasn't on point then. I wasn't following intuition. There was a lot of things that I wasn't doing then that I'm doing now. So I'm glad it just worked out that way. But I'm not getting sidetracked. That's for you to go track down and follow. That is the inside joke that I told. So maybe, just maybe, it won't be an inside joke anymore. If so, oh well, oh well. I just went ahead and went to the petrol station. Everything worked out smoothly. Nothing chaotic happened. Nothing out of the norm happened. So I just went, did what I had to do, left. And when I left, it was all good. The next day, that's when the universe was like, I am glad. I am happy. I am proud that you did what you did because you about to get challenged. You are going to get challenged today. And soon as I hopped in the G Ride, the bells and the whistles just went off. In the past, I would have just ignored the bells and the whistles, especially if it was the one with the little put water in engine light. Put water in engine light, been there, done that, and that's not the water light. Learned the hard way. That's how I developed the name Breaker of Engines. However, bird like voice. However, that's not a nickname that I want to keep. That's not a nickname that I'm proud of. That's not a nickname that I just want to go ahead and rock with for the rest of the time. That's why I'm doing everything in my power to show the universe and my anticipation game and my intuition and gut feelings and everything that ain't me no more. So when those bells and whistles went off, and not for the oil, no, 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 for something else. When that went off, I immediately was like, I'm gonna figure out what this alarm is. And when I figured out what the alarm was, I probably should have just fix the situation then. But I just waited a little bit. I waited 10 minutes till I got to a destination. And when I got to the destination, I was like, it is time for me to figure out this. It's time for me to make a solution. It is time for me to correct this issue, correct this problem, because I don't want to be an engine breaker. I don't want to be known as breaker of engines, even though this is not oil. It was coolant. It was coolant. My coolant light went off, was like, your coolant is low. You need to refill ASAP. ASAP mean as soon as possible, but my as soon as possible mean when I get to my next destination, because that's where I need to go. That's where I need to be, because it feels right if I do it right there. I was just hoping when I got to my destination, when I got to the place where I was going to do, that I remembered and I could recall which one is which, because that's how I got tripped up when it came to the water. That's how I got tripped up when it came to the oil. That's how I got tripped up when it came to the window cleaner or fluid cleaner and what have you. And I looked pretty hard. I really, really did. None of this stuff is labeled to my degree of intellect. None of this stuff is labeled to my knowledge base. The commoner, the common man for the common people. However, I sort of just went with the flow. I said to myself, not out loud, but to myself mentally, that I ain't gonna think about this. I'm just gonna look, and whatever looks right, I'm just gonna do. Whatever looks right, I'm just gonna do, because I done built up enough knowledge. I done read a lot of books. I done seen a lot of magazines with cars. It should have rubbed off. I know people who work on cars and do car stuff. I tried to do it when I was a little wee lad. It did not interest me. In fact, I did any and everything to get up out of it. It worked out in the long run, I think. Even though I got this nickname known as the breaker of engines, hey, even trade, even trade. So I just went with the flow. I kind of recall, I kind of just had like flashbacks of where not to put it. And then I just went with a feel. And then I just kind of looked and I was like, coolant goes there. It doesn't go where the engine is. It doesn't go where I put water at. It sort of goes like right here. And I remember doing it before. So I was able to draw upon that memory, and I was able to remember a dream that I had when I destroyed another engine. And I guess right. I'm just going to say, I guess right. Intuition, gut feeling, it led me down the right direction, the right path, because I was just throwing a dart in the dark and just believing. I was throwing a dart in the dark and just having faith, blind faith, that this was gonna be the right thing to pour this fluid coolant down. And I know what you're thinking right now. You're thinking, how did you have coolant readily available to you? Because I done been in this situation before. That's how. I done had to fill up with coolant once before. Therefore, I was prepared and I had coolant in my G ride. I stay prepared, because if you ain't prepared, you are things not gonna work out. And maybe that's why it's hard for me to get rid of a lot of things, because I'm counting and I'm banking on one day I'm gonna need this. But what I'm not rolling around with, and what I do not have in a G ride, is petrol. That's a bridge too far. That is when I'm just not who I am anymore, and I'm a shell of myself. When that becomes the case, when that is what it is, let's just say all of my all of my computer parts, all of my iOS, all of my operating system, whatever, however you want to name drop it or call it, it's malfunction. It is time for me to get an upgrade, upload a new upgrade. There we go. There we go. It finally got to the right set of words in the right position. it's gonna be it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard because that is just not who I am. One. And two, it ain't safe. And three, that is something a person who's malfunctioning would do. And four, that means I done already ran out of petrol and I got it there just holding on, holding on. That's not gonna happen anytime soon. But far as with the coolant, been there, done that, got it, proven right. The oil, been there, done that, proven right. I might address it in a future episode, but right now, I'm just gonna go ahead and continue to get my shine on. I'm just going to go ahead and gloat. I'm just going to go ahead and enjoy this proud moment and not the proud moment that I went ahead and got the petrol as soon as the lights came on, because that is one of the first times this ever happened. Those lights come on. I usually have to wait. Those lights come on. It just don't feel right. Those lights come on. I need to do something else. But those times when the lights came on, it just felt right. It just felt good. But it was preparing me for the next level. And the next level was them lights that was going to light up to let me know that I need to go a little bit further with this engine. I need to go a little bit further and get some coolant, some antifreeze. And I went ahead and did that because I had some on me. And if I didn't have any on me, I was headed in a direction to get some and I was going to make it happen. I'm just going to go ahead and say this might have been a one off as far as with me reacting so quickly. I'm not going to spike the ball. I'm not going to dance like a dancing machine. I'm not going to do the running man. I'm not going to do all the stuff that make me feel good. I'm not going to start pointing fingers out to the sky and stuff and say, yeah, we made it. Look, mom, no hands. Look, dad, be proud. I'm not going to go that route. I'm not going to do any of that because I know this was a one off. This might be a two off. This might be a three off. This ain't habit or this ain't habitual. Not yet. This is not habitual. This is happenstance. This is FOMO, fear. This is me trying to get rid of that moniker of destroyer of engines. And you might think it sound cool, but it's not. That's a lot to live up to. But I'm still not making a promise to myself. That is only reserved to the petrol. Yeah. Hopefully that helped. Hopefully that helped. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. Be sure to check out the website. It's still new. It's still improved. XtraVDGsports.com. That is XtraVDGSports.com. There's a YouTube as well. Extra VDG. That is XtraVDG. Like, subscribe, share, basically do whatever it is you do there. Comment if you must, comment if you may. We clap back. We clap back. And it's an actual song, but yeah, I'm messing it up. Noob that's still here and lasted this long, thank you. Do it one more time and you'll be one of us. Noob that ejected early on, thank you for your time. Noob that made it to the middle and left, thank you for your time. Everybody else that's a noob, thank you, thank you, thank you. And that's just me dragging it out because Regs, you still ain't gonna get it. I'm not gonna give you a piece of the pie. Maybe when that other stuff become habitual, I might think about revisiting and doing it again. But as of a moment, ATM, I'm just gonna say deuces. And that means I'm gone.